Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. Well, you'll recall the last few episodes have largely been devoted toward trying to talk to our companions, working their stuff out, and a whole lot of craziness involving the plot, us starting Act 3, and finding out that the spirit guide who has been helping us all this time is actually a mind flayer who has somehow broken free of the hive mind control and everything else, and still remembers being the adventurer that it is, but they're trying to change us into a mind flayer, probably so they can't be alone. I'm resisting that for obvious reasons. But I believe we've chatted with everybody, and we are finally ready to leave camp and get back to the story. Okay, we've been working on the story before, but move on with things. And we just got Leave Act 2. Baldur's Gate is just over the horizon, so after all this, we still hadn't officially left Act 2.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Right, so that's the voice of the Emperor looking at the party right now. We have Matthias. We have Jaheira. We have Shadowheart with her now white-dyed hair. And we have Aslan, because...
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
The city is close now.
And we're auto-saving, heading in. That can't be good.
Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Except, aren't your peers trying to kill you? I mean... what they know could be helpful, but I don't think they're going to be all that talkative. Alright, well here's a little camp. Which, oddly enough, taking from here does not seem to be thieving. And I'm encumbered already. Yes, after all this, I still remain the sort of petty crook who will steal a pair of boots that's just lying on the ground because it's there. I should arrest you all for gross negligence. Oh my, it is the man. And hey, a waypoint.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum.
What's your name?
Jenna. And my cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not. My mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10-day, though.
Let's go find a guard. They'll be able to help you.
Guards blow like petards. They don't help us.
This city is a poor place to be in need of help. Even the guards can't be trusted to protect the most vulnerable.
I don't know where your mom is, but take a few coin.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't have anything, and you can't do anything without any coin. I'll pay you back when I find my mum.
And funny, that appears to be a fox rather than a cat. Although this could be because I heard that with the new patch they fixed something that made all the cats hairless because they were meant to have fur. You know, let's play a hunch.
I'm just a cat. Please, talk to Yenna.
I'm not going to hurt you, kitty.
I don't like talking.
Do you happen to get his mother?
Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend a last life.
Is Yenna mistreating you?
Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me.
May I pet you?
Please don't.
Call me cynical, but I'm thinking there's something off about all this.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Can't talk. I'm sorry. The little one needs all of my attention.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it? Will there be feather beds?
Okay, so city full of even more refugees. And yeah, as I say that, look, refugee, refugee.
Up on the hill.
It's up there. We're down here.
And because they know the habit of people like me who love talking to random unfortunates and seeing if we can do something to help, you know, we cannot do conversation with those refugees or any of the ones walking around, but hey, a fist.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction.
Oh, of course these chuckle fucks are here and getting in the way. Why not?
It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened.
Steel Watch, is that some sort of new fancy rank of watchman?
A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
I know.
Head to the city, why don't you?
Yeah, the game is trying to push us toward the city, clearly. And yeah, I can see the piles of viscera from here, but that won't let me scroll much further than that. Oh, and there is another fist up here. And you know, I'm tempted just to climb up there and talk to him, but as she said, there's probably much more interesting things to see.
If I was a Sharon lookout, this
What in
is
the hell
sort
was
of
that?
place I'd wait around.
Felt like an earthquake. As if I didn't have problems enough already.
something over there.
Aha! Well, Cloud Kill and Phantasmal Killer. Awfully strange, that being buried in this secluded and hidden barn. You know, I'd be willing to bet that I could stack crates eventually and climb up there. Oh, and there's a shovel located right there. Isn't that convenient? Ooh, thieves' tools and more rope. And yeah, they have it coded so that we can't jump there, but wait. I do see what appears to be a cunning way into someplace else. Although that's just going to knock us down hit points. Good place for a feather fall, but let's see what this place is before we go trying to boldly break into it. Hey, there's a familiar face.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore.
What do you think of Baldur's Gate? Actually, I'm going to go with this option because it's very hypocritical, given that I also looted Moonrise Towers.
Didn't you? Figured we only got the scraps you didn't have the strength to carry.
That is a cynical and all too accurate accusation. What do you think of Baldur's Gate?
Wish I could tell you. We're stuck out here, but most of the action is beyond Worm's Crossing.
Let's see what you got.
Would I try to fool a Sharpie like you?
Yes.
Have a look.
Let's see. Corvid token. Very rare. Born of the Raven Queen. When wearing this amulet, wearers jump and flying speed increased by 1.5 meters, and they can cast Featherfall. Featherfall effect will persist while the wearer is polymorphed or wild-shaped. That could be incredibly useful, I think. And that is a mere 230. Martial Bravery. Your weapon and arm detects deal an additional 2 damage when surrounded by 2 or more foes. Arrow of Arcane Interference, Arrow of Transportation, Elixir of Viciousness, Oil of Combustion, Elixir of Sea Invisibility, Oil of Bane, Potion of Invisibility, Elixir of Guile Movement, Potion of Flying, Elixir of Necrotic Resistance, Malice, a Baldur's Gate Stone. It's really an actual stone from Baldur's Gate. Truly a unique historical artifact, one of a kind. Holy Hand Soap. The slogan Holy Hand Soap for washing your hands of dirt, muck, or even blasphemy adorns this rudimentary bottle. Spoon of Saltiness. Seen that one before. Fishing Rod of Alertness, Sending Shell, Arrow Sparrow Slaying, Fungal Bamboozler. Let this vaporous detection befuddle nearby foes. Pale Orange Dye. Snowburst Ring. I sold him that one. Let's see. The helmet, the sword. Yeah, the Githyanki swords. I sold him these as well. The arrows, potentially useful. Wizard Bane Oil, Oil of Accuracy, Elixir of Barkskin, Elixir of Heroism, Elixir of Poison Resistance. I'm pretty sure I sold most of these elixirs to him. I don't think I'm ever going to use these bulbs. Or the grease bottles, probably, but surgery kit was just for flavor. I don't think these invasion plans are going to do much good at this point.
Stay away from trapped chests.
Useful advice. We're now apparently in Rivington.
Halt, citizen! This is a restricted area. Explain yourself.
I just wanted to see what was inside this barn. No funny business. Yeah, I wanted to see if there's anything worth stealing.
Funny enough for me to take you to Manip Nesta, I think. Come on.
The hell's you doing in here?
Let's say I was just curious about what's inside this barn. I'll be honest with you, I'm hot on the trail of my client's prize pig, Lulubelle. And I have 3 people to give me guidance now. I can still only get the benefit of one of them, though, but yeah, even with that rather pitiful roll.
A pig? You're looking for a pig?
Yep. The Wilsman still have been told to check every barn in the city, no exceptions. Oh yes, she's a wily one. There's not a sty that can hold her. Yes, I shall build up the legend of Lulubelle, the slyest pig in all of Baldur's Gate.
You must be careful. I hear pigs eat people if given the chance. You can have a look. Just don't touch anything.
Right, so, requisition barn. It seems I have to remind some of you that what is in this barn is for the refugees, not for dinner. Next one I find skimming from the top cleans latrine for the rest of the month. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything in here apart from crates of vegetables and food.
You best not piss away Manip Nestor's good graces. I hear Worms Rock Prison is rather cold this time of year.
Okay, so doubtlessly some awful person probably could start looting and stealing stuff, but you know what? I am a big believer in the idea that you only steal from those who can afford it, and robbing a charity, pretty low down. It is dastardly, but not my thing.
I say, terribly decent of you to come over and exchange pleasantries.
You're one of the most impressive pigs I've ever seen. In fact, I dare say that you are some pig.
Oh, how kind of you to say. I have been growing my bristles out. It's something of an art, you see.
And Haslin does approve of me politely talking to the animal. Fistpool?
Nesta let you in. Good.
Means you'll be further away from me.
I hate you fists too. Anyway.
What are you still flapping your lips at me for? Get on with it.
Okay, so... nothing useful here. Unless I want to be a complete jerk, which I don't. At least not about this. But here seem to be some citizens having a discussion with a number of the local constabulary. And not looking happy about it.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. You're a true Baldurian, I can tell. You must understand why we need to keep these strays out of our city.
I thought cities were supposed to welcome folk of all walks of life. Clearly, I was mistaken.
Let's see, Baldurians, refugees aren't strays, they're people in need of help. And let's see, we should take them in with pride. Or, Your Excellency Rivington, that hardly counts.
Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldurian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners.
Yeah, they make Baldur's Gate great again, crowd.
Oh, gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese.
You see them over there? Refugees? Ha! Naught but a cover. I know what they really are. Dyed-in-the-wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words.
You think all of the refugees are hardcore absolutists?
There's probably only a handful of rotten apples among them. Or, you know what they say about rot? It spreads quickly. Ruins the whole bunch.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington.
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough flaming fists here for these refugees.
I agree, there aren't nearly enough folk helping the refugees.
Oh, no. You misunderstand. I mean, anyone could be among these refugees. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many of them roaming about without proper supervision.
Let's hope Archduke Gortash can make a difference.
Archduke he is now.
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word.
Oh, heck.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight.
Our heart bleeds for you. Get to the point.
There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
Use your shared connection, urge Shadowheart to lie. Well, I'm gonna let her handle it.
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
Just making sure I didn't miss anything walking down this path, but more refugees.
Don't pay me any mind now. I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets fed.
Lord on the rack, give me patience.
Is everything all right?
These protesters keep harassing the refugees. It's horrid. I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up aid again soon. We need their help here.
Yeah, Ilmater being the Lord on the Rack, the god of martyrs, the god of the suffering, basically, you know, one of the better, or at least nicer gods in the Forgotten Realms setting.
I'm busy. Mind your own.
All right.
Well, to be fair, for a miserable collection of shabby hovels jam-packed with wretched refugees, this place isn't bad at all.
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort.
Yeah, so am I. Why else would I be walking around talking to every bloody person here? Hey, a dog named Biscotti.
Oh, God! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it?
Who's a good dog? You're a good dog.
Yes! Oh, goodness, yes! I am a good dog! Fantastic stuff! Oh, yes, you're lovely. You can come back.
Have you found some place we can...
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy.
If simple petting startles the dog, I can only imagine how stressful this camp is. Well, I'm going to go with just complimentary.
Isn't he just? I'm so very glad they let animals in the camp. Means Biscotti can be kept away from that awful war.
Oh, yes. As long as the dog is okay, he's happy. Give me strength. I apologize for my husband and his obsession with that bloody dog.
What was that, my dear?
Nothing, darling.
I do like how the game still find ways to bring this kind of comedy into things, even in the middle of this otherwise dark place.
This transgression, this injustice.
What happened? I know I'm going to regret this already.
Oh, you poor, naive soul. Let me tell you a story.
Oh, gods.
A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do?
Let him continue ranting.
They talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum.
Imagine upending someone's life in the name of bureaucracy. People are out of touch here.
I should be loins deep in Chares's caress by now, not waddling about in filth.
Truly an inconvenience, and petty as it is, I sympathize with anybody who has to...
fleeing for their lives, only to be corralled like cattle.
I'm not leaving him here. What are we going to do? Not for any reason.
Anyway.
We've got to get Grunch at the city, but he's in no shape to travel. I wonder, what if we hit him in a big barrel and nailed it shut? Nah. Don't know how we're going to get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is. We have to.
Now, mind your tongues. Leave Christine to me.
That would be Grunch from the look of it.
Ah! Whatever you need. I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
Yep, medicine. Let me take a look at that wound. Oh, man.
Don't worry about my wound. It gives me a reason to keep an eye on those Tangleford bright lads. I like to keep them out of trouble.
You know, why don't I let somebody who has actual healing experience talk to him?
Ah! Whatever you need. I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
Just wisdom and now improved bardic inspiration.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently.
This is barely a scratch. What's the idea?
Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister.
Actually got here safely. Towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
God, camping with the mother-in-law has been utter hell. Maybe I should just go on ahead into the city without her. Scouting, like.
Or even at all.
My son Garen is pleased we got this far together. But his wife's bitching is making me old before my time. Why can't he tell her to put a sock in it?
And, hey, here's some familiar faces.
I'm really worried about Umi.
What a sad situation. The once proud tieflings of Elturel, reduced to beggars.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say.
At least you made it. How are you holding up?
It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most.
He died a hero's death back in Act 1.
I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him.
Yeah, he died back in Act 1, my dude.
I've heard Alfira made her way into the city.
We made it through hell. Twice. I know now that as long as Danis and I stick together, we can do anything.
We made it alive to Baldur's Gate. Almost, anyway. But I can't complain. When I look at Bex and realize she's safe, it's hard not to weep from joy.
Should mind my step.
And it does my heart good seeing them together too, but...
If I had done the right thing.
Washing my pits, this is the song when I'm... Aye! Gonna bloke not get any bleeding privacy around here. Bunch of perverts, the lot of you.
Well, he's not wrong, given how much flirtation there is among my party members, but... And it looks like there is another way into the food storage here.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt.
Wow.
Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate?
This is the first one of the Flaming Fist we found who isn't a raging dickweed. No, Baldurian, born and bred, good to be home.
It's a fine city, isn't it? No better place to hail from. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous.
Not surprised. Tensions seem kind of high around here. Well, actually, anything I can do to ease these people's burden?
I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak.
Yep, already saw them.
If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget.
People of the city have grown selfish. They need reminding what true hardship is. If the refugees have more than they need, it's only fair to give some back. I'm all in favor of re-education. Sounds like I have a lot to learn. You're supposed to keep the feast, not stoke the fire. I think your uniform would be enough to make them quiet down. Yeah, go use your authority to browbeat people for good.
The Flaming Fist isn't what it used to be. It's grown weak, corruptible, soft. It's down to honest citizens like me to stand up for what's right, uniform or no. That lot round the front, they've got it coming to them.
Yes, absolutely.
Too bloody right. They've gone soft behind those walls, forgotten what it's like to struggle, living hand to mouth. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say?
And he seemed like the most reasonable person here. Yeah, those are innocent people. Sort of.
Why does it matter? Innocence makes the blood run clearer.
Okay, somebody done got possessed here. Well, I was not expecting that.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Bloody good question. Even better question, who's this dude Toad Breath?
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
Yeah, you know, I could get you a disguised self potion, but, alright, well, we've reached the end of the road with the refugees. Run a little longer than usual, but I think it was worth it, just to get that very important plot point out of the way. So we'll go ahead and stop here. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we will continue exploring this little village of Rivington before Baldur's Gate next time. Take care until then.